Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we managed to stall things out a little bit longer. But I don't know how much longer we can go, especially if this handwriting analysis does not come back in our favor. That pretty much cements it, I think.
We will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
He does not look happy. Nobody's happy.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
Yes!
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake.
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? This was not written by Miss Impacts, and who wrote it?
We need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Wong Kurita.
Mr. Kurita?
Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard.
However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Engard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged.
Yes, he would have.
Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
This theory that Engard had no idea the suicide note was fake? Something seems a little wrong with it. Present evidence. Because the defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to have not known it was a fake because of the security camera. Yeah, okay.
What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? Oops. If that were true, then this means that Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note.
So then the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of.
We're right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Yeah, that was a very flimsy argument.
Order, 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 Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Huh? As you figured?
As I figured, it came down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
What?
Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual.
It's not. We already had Old Bag. And we've already had Lotta. Did we have Lotta? We've had Lotta. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it, Is it money from the previous chapter?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer for once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly to kill her to commit murder?
Impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness?
It's
Yes, go on, who is it?
the man himself. Shelly to kill her.
Is going to appear in court?
Oh, Mr. DeKiller. Wait! Shelly DeKiller?
Why?
You mean the killer, I mean the assassin.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to the witness stand.
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Yes?
is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well, then the prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? I mean, not to... That's the hard thing, is like, we gotta drag this out, but we also can't, like, completely shift blame to someone else. And have the trial end that way.
Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please.
It's okay. Very good, sir. My name is Shelly DeKiller. I'm a professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with the condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller will testify to this court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Did we ever contact Von Karma, or did I choose wrong?
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. DeKiller himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelly DeKiller.
I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya!
A voice, Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly DeKiller.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it does seem like we have too many choices. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Wankurita. Is this correct?
It is as you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Kurita.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream.
Shelly DeKiller, what is he going to say? About my client. There is something I must state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Wait, what? That's it?
Mr. DeKiller seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
You're a quick one, Judge.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about all this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Oh boy. Okay, there's something I must first state. Press it. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
Because you don't know about Maya's situation. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough, please, no more.
Very well, it was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is, but you're not really here. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another in the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Uh-oh.
You? Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? Whoa!
Ah, no, I didn't say anything.
Judge had better watch himself. You grasp the concept before I give the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. But I still have a few things to say before I do. Ugh, that egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try and calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. Oh! Wait. I need to understand his mindset. I have two thoughts about this. One, I wonder if I keep pressing like everything over and over and over until he cracks. Or do I have something that's like, oh, here, I get you. So far, not really looking to be the case. The only thing we have really him is this. I mean, he's not actually in there. Alright, none of that factors into this. The knife. So you know how that got there. That is picture. We know that's not it. Yeah. So we have his card. Was placed to the next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews was carrying it. But nothing, like, he's not denying being the killer. Uh-oh. Miss Andrews was carrying it. I wonder if that's going to come back to bite us. I don't think I have any evidence to present. Alright, let's just go through. I'm just gonna go through the statements again. I think I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. Could I present... Oh, I have his profile, not the John Doe one. Professional assassin always leaves a Shelly card near his victim's body. Okay. I saw 2 years ago. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Okay, maybe let's press this again. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. Afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Okay. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try to understand his mindset. Seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. Can you please just tell us your clients? So this is something I must first state. Do you know what first means? So that's the same thing. Wow. Well, or maybe that's the clue. It's a witness that we can't badger. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. I forgot what they said here. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about my identity. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another person is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relationship with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really? In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Excellent. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think this would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. Broken rules. They're all... That seems weird. I want that to be added so I can press that. Do you want to die?
I'm good.
I do agree. Do I press this again?
What is it?
Oh wait, was this new? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Kurita?
That person's name is... Oh, I had a hunch. Adrian Andrews.
What?
Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier.
So they'd already been talking. Oh, this is bad. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What?
Oh, that's not good.
This can't be on the phone earlier.
What's going on here? Blaming Adrian so that Engard will get off the hook. My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back.
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt Engard, perhaps.
Knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. The witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you're the one who summoned this witness.
You, Shelley the Killer.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Engard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Sure you do.
Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt Engard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Engard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. Engard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed the prosecution's old witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. Knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Liz Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her.
The longer this goes on, the longer this makes me think I need to do something. Or that I messed up.
I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me.
Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial, therefore I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
Uh-oh. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Oh, no. There are some of these I kind of would love to just, like, save and see what happens, but I just want to see, like, play through the game once, and then maybe I can go back and see if there are any, like, game over situations or anything. I feel like I have to. Right? Because if I don't, then, like, Adrian's kind of done for.
Phoenix.
can't do it, Mia. I can't accept the not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know, but Matt Engard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Engard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Engard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. Never thought about it until now. I trust him?
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
I'm ready to leave. Go home, it's been a long day in court. That witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and to find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. What?
Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. DeKiller.
Right away, Your Honor.
You know what? Let's get his testimony in the next episode. I don't know how much more of this there is. I'm assuming there's not going to be another day to this trial. This definitely feels like it's it. So we might be coming in on the finale. Who knows? But I'm going to wrap it up here for now. We'll see how far we can make it in the next episode. I really like this case. I've been having a good time with it. I hope you guys are as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.